Okay, so who was the first person you told?
My husband. And it was not on day one because I had several day ones. And I wanted to get into it. This particular time getting sober was different. Maybe we'll talk about that. But yeah, Craig, okay. So Craig and I are outside. We live in a row. It's a skinny little long thing. And so we're standing outside the garage. I don't know, I was taking the garbage thing. And the first 3 weeks for me were extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. And he didn't know what was going on. So we're standing outside the garage, and he's like, "What is going on with you?" And it wasn't an accusatory, "What's going on?" He's like, "Who are you? And what is happening?" And I said, "I'm an alcoholic and I'm in rehab." And then he said, "What?" He said, "You're not an alcoholic." I said, "You are not an expert on my experience. I'm an alcoholic and I'm in rehab." And I just, and then he opened up his arms. He's a big dude. Opened up his arms and he said, "How can I help?" And he gave me a hug. And that moment was transformative for the rest of my life. And this is why. It's crazy because at that time I was 43. And that was the first time in my life that I stood up to a man. I'm 43 years old. And that's when I realized how fierce I was about protecting my sobriety. And I said that, and I had said this before, that I'm an alcoholic and I'm in rehab. And no, I did not go to a rehabilitation center. That was not my experience. However, I had to get in that mindset because I needed rehabilitation. And so for me, and that's the other thing, is I didn't know what the options available. So I was doing this on my own, and I didn't know what I was doing. But for me, it was a mindset. And when my husband, I told him, he fired back and told me that I was wrong about my experience. I fired back again, and he gave me a hug and said, "How can I help?" And I said, "Don't bring red wine into the house." And he was a champion in that moment, and he's been a champion about it ever since.